Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode from Hermitcraft Season 6. Now today we're starting things off in Hermit Ville, and this giant scaffolding that someone has put up right here. This place is starting to take shape. There's been a wall that's been installed by Rendog, and I think that looks absolutely fantastic. It is in order to accommodate the village and pillagers. What are they called? The raiders? And as you can see, if you paid attention, the top left corner of my screen, I have the hero of the village effect. This thing here. So at the moment, actually, I should be able to get gifts from villagers. The only problem is there are no villagers here. They've all kind of got murdered. Now, since the last episode, something big has happened, and that is that we are now in 1.14.2 pre-release 4, and I gotta give it to Mojang on this one, because this version feels absolutely fantastic so far. There's still a little bit of bugginess with rubber banding that I've experienced, and you can get stuck in blocks a little bit weirdly, but no more lighting glitches. The lighting glitches are fixed, so no more dark areas, and most importantly, or most impressively, my frame rate is super good. So I'm actually very excited to go and head over to the lab today to see how much better it is in my base. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Are you kidding me? There's a pillager guy there. I'm still very confused as to how these guys spawn randomly. And I bet you if I kill him, I'm gonna trigger a raid, and then I'm gonna be stuck doing a raid for a while. I'm gonna try it. Okay, I didn't get bad omen. I think it's the... Is this a patrol that has appeared? Yeah, okay. So I mean, this wall actually helps sometimes. The only thing that's scary is that these patrols can actually spawn right inside the village, which is what happened last night when we were fighting off 4 raids to get the hero of the village effect. But in today's episode, I'm hoping that we won't get too bothered by the illagers, because I really want to work in Hermit Ville. I really want to try and start the Sahara project in the NEWLANDS. And for those of you who aren't up to speed on what our plan is, the plan between me, Mumbo and Grian, is to put up some sort of mini shop out here in the NEWLANDS. So when people come through this place to go to the new 1.14 terrain, they can buy stuff from Sahara, but we've kind of extended our supplies so that we have our supply out here. And for this, the very first thing we need is going to be a building. And I really like how our house is looking at the moment, or my house is looking at the moment. Grian is doing something there, which, I mean, to be honest, it's bigger than mine. That's not a good thing, but it looks really cool. He's going with like some sort of fantasy style. For the Sahara build, I'm kind of a little bit inspired by this, but I also like the mixture between the new and the old. So if I can, I want to take Sahara in the futuristic district and sort of keep it Sahara, but make it work in this sort of setting here. And I'm right now, I'm already confusing myself. This is going to be a little bit of a task, but I'm excited. So I do have a little bit of supply here in my house, but it's not the biggest of supplies. I probably have to go shopping today. I definitely need more wood, and I think... Yeah, oh, well, I have a little bit of spruce. I do want to use spruce. I do want to stick with the concept that we're going with here. And by the way, look at what Exuma's built. That is a really cool church, I think. And what is this? R.I.P. Ministress, always loved. Oh my goodness. What the heck, man? She buried her villager. If I put a piston here, this block here, this block there, that won't work. A full block there, and then stairs here. That still looks like a grave. I mean, that's still a very good grave. But then I can put a lever here, and now I can close it up. I mean, let's be honest, not everybody want to look at that face all day. It's scary. I think it's smart at this moment in time, before we start the actual new Sahara build, to go back to the main Hermit lands and sort of take a look at Sahara, because honestly it's been a while since I was there and I want to have it fresh in mind. I just gotta try and find my way back home, but this is also the reason why all of us architect members think that this is gonna be a good thing, because it takes a lot of time to go back, even if you're flying like a crazy person through the nether, which, yeah, I do that. I'm crazy. So when I say that we're building the Sahara building in the new village, we are definitely not doing this scale. I mean, as you guys know, this has taken us months and months to make. And we're also definitely not doing any sort of fancy ordering system. I think that would kind of... Ooh, that's a good resource box. I think that would kind of, in a way, defeat the purpose a little bit with this whole build here. We still want people to come back here to buy the lots and lots of blocks, but we should be able to make some diamonds off smaller quantities. Taking a look at the Sahara building, this is what we have for the shop front, and I think it would be really cool if we could, in a miniature scale or in a much smaller scale, sort of mimic maybe even our gray big wall here, and then at least maybe the yellow stripes would be good. Maybe use quite a bit of glass, but try and incorporate it into the style of the village, which is cobblestone and spruce wood. And this building also would be cool to have part of it. We may also even need an A. Come to think about it, this may become a very big project. This may not be something we can finish today. We'll see how far we get though. And while in town, we better stock up on some spruce wood because I think we're definitely gonna need it. And back in Hermit Ville, I now think we have a bunch of the resources we are going to need to put this build up. And I'm super excited about this. Super excited. I may run out of white concrete though, by the looks of things. Why did I not get more white concrete? It's like the main freaking block. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Now, the location of this shop is going to be, of course, where we claimed the Sahara Outpost in the first Hermit Ville episode, I guess. And so, I think the very first thing we're gonna do is take this thing down and take it down in style, because why not? I mean, taking things down in style is extremely fun in Minecraft. Now, don't worry, I did make sure to put Mumbo's head in a very super safe place, because I don't want that to go down in style. Anyway, this should do the trick. I forgot to put a glass block on the last one. Oh, that was so good. That was brilliant. That's the cleanest takedown of one of these houses I've ever seen. I should make a tutorial video for how to blow up one of the villagers' houses. I've cleaned up the area a bit more, taken down some trees and stuff, and I think this little farm thing, whatever this is going on here, I don't know if this is spawned into the village by natural generation, because it looks kind of well made. I don't know if there would be trapdoors like this. I mean, compared to the old village looking farms, this is really good looking. But I think this may need to go as well. I'm trying to figure out the scale of this at the moment, and also, of course, what type of build I want. But I think one significant thing that signifies Sahara for me is the big white sort of overhang that we have at the warehouse buildings. I do want to try and get something in that resembles that. I think that size and scale is going to work here, and from there we are going to have some sort of overhang running, if I can reach over here, going across, and then I'll try and mimic the sort of half the warehouse thing, I think, and then have a stair or steps going up. I think could look really cool. I know that's not much right now, but to me, I'm starting to see what we can do here. We're basically gonna try, or I'm basically gonna try and mix the Sahara warehouse, the Sahara shop front, and the style of this village into one, and see if I can do that in a miniature scale in comparison to the futuristic build, which again, has taken us months and months to build, and see if I can knock this down fairly quickly. I think it's time for a third-person time-lapse and see what I can come up with here over the next few hours. And I wanted to make this time-lapse today specifically because I wanted to talk to you all about what's happened over the past week. Now, for those of you who are following me on Twitter, kudos to you. I like that you follow me on Twitter. If you don't already, you should, at Iskall85. I mean, that's that's a little bit of a shameless self-plug. But in all seriousness, this past week, these past 5 days, I have been in Stockholm where I actually live, but I've been in central Stockholm at the Minecraft Creators Summit. It's an event that Mojang hosts yearly, and this year I got the luckiness of being invited to this thing. And it has been absolutely amazing. It has been one of the greatest experiences I've had in a very, very long time. It's all about meeting other YouTubers. It's all about having fun and doing cool activities, but also to sort of speak with the developers of Minecraft and speak with Mojang themselves, which to me was absolutely incredible. These people that are developing this game that I've played for the past 10 years are absolutely amazing people. I never actually thought anything else because it's an absolutely fantastic game. So first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to Mojang for giving me this opportunity to participate in the Creator Summit. It was so much fun, and yeah, like I one of the best times in my life. Not only did I get to meet a lot of awesome people and other YouTubers, I mean, Grian and Doc was there, so we hung out and we had the bestest of time. I mean, oh, it was absolutely fantastic. I think Doc will post a vlog on his channel in a few days or anytime soon where you can follow and check out what we did if you want to. But I also got to play Minecraft Earth, which is a new mobile augmented reality game that Mojang is working on. And I gotta be honest, like when I read about this game, I was like, this is probably not an Iskall game. It's probably not crazy foolish enough for me to enjoy. And I was so wrong. I was so very wrong. I got the opportunity to play this game at the Creator Summit, and it absolutely blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. Now, for those of you who don't know what augmented reality is, don't worry, I didn't either. It is a super fancy word though. It's super cool. I'm gonna use it all the time. But it's basically creating things in real life through your phone that doesn't exist. And in this case, it's Minecraft things. So you basically play Minecraft in real life. And yeah, I'm just super excited. It absolutely blew me away. It was unbelievable. Think of it a little bit like Pokemon Go, but it's Minecraft. You can go out and you can mine stuff, and then you can build stuff, and you can do board game stuff on a table with your friends. It's absolutely sick. I cannot wait for it to be released. So yeah, I'm super hyped about that. But anyway, let's get back onto the Hermitcraft server. I feel like this is starting to take shape. I mean, it's not a copy of Sahara, which it's not supposed to be. I am using wood, and I gotta be honest, it's a little bit plain at the moment. And maybe I need to extend this side out a little bit now that I see it. But it is definitely giving me a Sahara vibe. It feels very much like some sort of miniature Sahara thing. I did the interior that you didn't see in the time-lapse as well, or I put down a floor, and up here I just collected a bunch of white concrete because I think, even though it may be weird with the spruce stairs here, I think I want to try and have a white floor up here. And that's a little bit unfortunate there, so maybe we'll have to place stairs like that. I know that Grian really likes big entrances, so that's why I've made sort of a big door to this. I think it looks good as well. I was also thinking we could do something like that. Yes, this looks really good. Now, there isn't a whole lot of space. I gotta be honest, there isn't a whole lot of space to put down the actual shop. But I think that's kind of part of the charm, to be honest. Just the idea of having to like cram it in this outpost of 114. Now, we don't have any yellow stripes at the moment. And looking at this, it feels a little bit unbalanced on this side. So I was thinking maybe we could do something like this, where we have all of these, whatever they are, chart things sitting here like that. Oh yes, oh my goodness. Okay, that did so much. That looks brilliant. I love it. Now, I will say this, I am not the master architect of the architects. I mean, that's clearly Grian's job. To be honest, I don't really know what my job is. I've been cleaning up stuff, I've been doing redstone, I've been doing building. I think I'm like a little bit in between. I'm the guy that does a little bit of everything wherever it's needed, and I'm happy with that position. But that being said, I really hope that Grian is satisfied with this type of build on the outside. He may want to add something, and we'll probably discuss it. There is for sure room for a lot of like small details and stuff that I want to fit into this build. One of them actually being leaves. I really liked what I did with my building here, and I think that if we add a little bit of gardening, like properly kept bushes, I think that could really help. And hopefully Grian can come along and use his super tree skills of Doom to add maybe a fancy tree or two to this. I also feel that this farm at this moment in time should probably be taken down, and I really hope that I don't destroy anyone's work here, because I mean it is really nice. I could think that it was Exuma's that's part of his house there, but I'm hoping it's not. Farm taken down, we can also lower this terrain, which I think will just give it a little bit more space feeling around the plot here. And I just had an idea. Now that I see the terrain like this, I think we should change this grass up for something else. But it requires me to go back to the mainland and get that something else. You see, this is the whole point of the shop. The fact that there aren't any resources, or very limited amount of resources in this area. So once again, like a crazy idiot, I'm flying through the nether. So far, so good. And let's take this opportunity to check out the lab. I just want to see if the frames are any better than they have been. And something has happened here. What the heck? We got a cow farm now. Alright, I mean, I approve of that. Overall, the frames are definitely better, but as you can see there, it's still a little bit on the laggy side for me to feel like it's enjoyable. And it has to do with, I'm pretty sure, the pumpkin and melon farm. The fact that whenever the pistons punch down here, and there are a lot of pistons, every time that happens, it kind of drops my frames quite a bit. But yeah, it is definitely better. It is definitely better. I'm going to want to pick up some of the wool that our automatic sheep farm has made. And that's actually a lot of wool there. We're going to need some gray, and we're going to need quite a bit of white, because we need to cover the ceiling or roof once again with carpet, so we don't get any nasty spawns. But yeah, this farm has been producing a lot of stuff. That is absolutely awesome. And I'm also picking up some green concrete powder, which is part of my idea. Back at Sahara, I also want to pick up some item frames, because I know... Oh, and some birch leaves? Yeah, that would be good. I know for a fact that we have a lot of item frames. I don't know where I put them. I think I put them in the wood box. Yes. Yeah, Grian made a lot of item frames. He made a lot of item frames for his infinity room. Taking another look at this now, I definitely feel like we got the feeling of Sahara in a miniature scale in the NEWLANDS. So I'm pretty proud of what we've created. And Mumbo still hasn't fixed that creeper hole that I happened to see that he did in one of his videos. Coming back to this, yeah, I think we nailed it. I think this looks really, really good. Now, let's go ahead and change this grass out, because we can't do a different height here. We change this grass out for the green concrete, and I think that's gonna make it stand off the normal ground, just because it's such a different color. Yes, that looks really, really, really good. Okay, really good. I'm happy with that. And then maybe if we mix in some of these birch leaves, which don't have that weird color, yeah, that is looking great. I think we can add to it even more using some of the carpets that we brought as well, which I anyway want to do because of mob spawning, and just put them on top of this maybe. Or maybe that actually makes it look bad. No, I quite like that. That makes this into a separate plot. The only problem is these cool end rods that I placed down. I wonder if we can just do something like that. Yeah, I mean, that looks okay. I'm liking that. Oh my goodness, these tiny changes did such a difference. Look at the difference here. That is really good. I really, really like that. We of course also have to add the Sahara signs. I'm thinking either side like that, or maybe even better, we just add one right here. Less is more, is what they say. Yeah, that is, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Iskall. What have you done? That is that's great. I really like that. Now, in terms of what we're actually going to sell inside and setting up the chest and that, I think it is probably the best to wait for Grian, because he is, well, he is our master architect, but he's also our master price knower of Doom. So I will wait with that, but that means that we need to put up a sign, and I also figured we need to reintroduce a certain, well, Mumbo Robotonic guy. Is that a name? I am of course referring to this guy here. I think Mumbo called it a kettle Mumbo, but the robot Mumbo is a lot better. So let's do that, and then let's put a sign. Maybe, I want to put it on front. Sahara, opening soon. TM. Yeah, that's good. I feel like I want to use a birch sign though. These signs are a lot better, I think. Yes, that did it. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the Sahara in the Newlands district, or Newlands village, or Hermit Ville, or whatever this village is called. And guess what? I survived the day without a single raid. I did get a few of those patrols coming in, but I was smart. I killed the banner guy using my flint and steel, which means that I didn't actually kill him. The fire killed him. So much like we burned diorite, I burned the banner guys, and that made it so it didn't trigger raids. I happen to know as well that the raid system is currently not where it's supposed to be. That it's still a little bit buggy. But apart from that, as I said in the beginning of this episode, 1.14.2 pre-release 4 feels really, really good. It's definitely a massive step in the right direction for 1.14. Now, I would be curious to see down below in the comments of this video what type of items you think we should be selling here, because personally, and like I said, we have to discuss this with Grian, but personally I feel like we should only sell like 5-6 different items, like rockets. Maybe we should sell like something that people build with, wood. We could buy wood from Ren and sell it more expensively here. Things like that, but I don't think we should go over the top of what we should sell. But let me know down below in the comments so I can include it in the discussion with Grian, which we'll hopefully do next time. But that's gonna do for today, so thank you guys ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.